Alright, how's it going, everybody? Whoa, look at the zoom in. My name is PillowMerlin the White Wolf, and welcome to something I haven't done, which is a room tour. So yeah, I never really did do a full one. I wasn't sure why. Also, sorry if you can hear something in the background. It's just my fan going off because it's pretty toasty in this room. But I never really done this because I never really gave a full-on, I think, room tour of this room, and there's a reason for that, and I thought today would be a good day because I got a special announcement, but that will be to the end of this video. So let's kind of go around and show you guys how I live, basically. Okay, so let's start with the sleeping area here. Down the floor is where I normally charge everything and keep this fan slash heater type of deal, so it can do all that. I buy these just because they're easy to use, kinda. There's my phone that is charging right now. Look at that. Over here is my Legend of Zelda poster that I've had for a while. I had this since I was 17 because I bought it from Spencer's. I guess my dad got it for me, basically, but I had this for a while, and I didn't hang it up until I was 22, because I just never had time and I guess money to buy a frame, which unfortunately, because this wall is so loose. Why is it loose, you may ask? That's a good question, because I'd like to know the same answer. But regardless, my brother used to live in this room when he used to live with me and my dad, and then when he moved out, it was like this. So maybe ask him. But since this the wall is kind of loose, the poster fell. As you can see, it cracked the frame pretty bad. So that was fun to deal with. Here's my bed. Look at this bed. Whoa. I got headphones, or not headphones, wired earbuds. I don't know what the hell you call them. I use these a lot. My breakfast that looks like it got nuked. And over here we got the plushies. And if you're wondering, yes, I do sleep next to these because I don't really feel like moving them. 3 Squishmallows because apparently I'm a teenage girl at heart, I guess. I don't know. There's Mr. Spaghetti, which I've used him before in a couple videos. And then we got a little Tunic here, which Tunic is from an indie game series I like. And I wish I could put Tunic somewhere else because his sword and shield are removable. And sometimes when I'm sleeping, I kind of move around a bit. And sometimes his sword and shield get stuck in between the cushions and wall, and I have to dig them out. And I don't like doing that. Oh, I'm already out of breath, man. That's how you know you gotta get exercise. And finally, the 2 plush wolves, which if you're wondering why they look familiar, that is because it's Humphrey and Kate that I use a lot in the series. I use these guys a lot in the videos. I've had these for a while now. Humphrey I got from the zoo when I was 9. And then Kate here was actually a gift from my dad because he went to Hobby Lobby one time and he saw a whole row of plush wolves, and I think for the longest time I just made him a guy, but then after a while I decided to make this one Kate a girl. So look at that. All things work out in the end, and now they're married. Look at that. Love each other. So yeah, there you go. So that's my bed. Moving on, we have my computer area. Yeah, look at that. Underneath the desk is just a bunch of headphones, wires, some that are connected to the monitor, computer, speakers, and some other wires that are not plugged in because they sometimes belong to the desk, because some of them can make the desk go up and down. Look at that. And then on the side here, some glowing lights that you can make glow on the side of the desk. So there you go. My speakers, the monitor, an LG monitor. I don't remember what model I know this as a monitor. My wireless keyboard and mouse, because it's just easier to unplug whenever I want to use a controller. So there's that. A $50 Steam gift card that I'm going to use during the summer sale, more than likely. Controllers! My PS4 controller that I haven't touched. And an Xbox Series X controller that I got clean, because man, this thing is gross. So yeah. There's my Geralt of Rivia statue from The Witcher, because I like The Witcher. This is my Blue Yeti microphone that I use to record the Let's Plays whenever I make a new Let's Play series. And finally, a Magic 8 Ball. Let's see. Am I gonna become the greatest YouTuber ever? Alright, ask again later. We'll ask it again later. Also, on the walls are disc plates. I bought 4 of these, and I kind of stopped buying them after a while because, you know, they're just like, they're cool metal posters, but also it's like kind of one of those things where I'm like, do I really want to keep buying these? The answer is no, so I just bought the ones I like. But here is a Cowboy Bebop one, because that's one of my favorite animes of all time. A Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, because I really like that expansion. Persona 5 Royal, because I like the artwork of this. And then the first ever display I got was a Witcher 3 Hearts of Stone expansion. That was like one of the few artworks that they promoted for that expansion. And over here is just an autograph I got from Brock and Art Anderson when I went to GalaxyCon back in 2024. Also, you can kind of see me. Moving on to the dresser area. This is my stool. I kind of keep random stuff here, like some drinks and snacks. What am I drinking? I'm drinking Baja Blast. That's delicious. Here's my dresser area. Some papers I keep over there, as well as some books that I don't really... I mean, I read, but... Oh, excuse me. But I just kind of keep out here because they're just easy to gain access to, I guess. And some books I keep off to the side for when I'm ready to read them. So I got like a couple of these I need to read and kind of get to already. Also some random bookmarks I haven't used yet. I guess this one right now. See if I can get and frame here. The wolf one, because I am an alpha. What's it say? The free spirit follows the path of the lone wolf. Wow, I feel so inspired right now. Little piggy bank. And in front of the dresser is my book bag that I wear to work. A laundry basket I keep like just random shirts and pants in, because I don't like having to cycle through them all the time, so I'll wear the same pants maybe 2 days if it's not terribly hot. Then we move on to the shelf. This is a book slash, like, I guess, tabletop shelf. Up top are a bunch of WWE and AEW figures, because I really like pro wrestling a lot. I'm not going to go through all of it because there are so many on this shelf that I cannot keep count, so just take a look here. Alright, Selma. Alright, good. Moving down, we have my manga collection. I don't really read mangas, but I only bought 2 series I like. I have the entirety of Beastars over here, and then in front is one of these standees from Hell of a Boss. I stole this, and then some pins. I don't know why I bought all these pins. I should probably get rid of them. And our standee, look what he can do. Look at that. Oh, wee. And we have Dore Hadore volumes 1 through 16. And if you're wondering, well, didn't Dore Hadore have 23 volumes in total? That's because the last few are down here. So this is the tabletop section of the shelf. Oh, get in focus, please. Hold on. Please get in focus. Okay, sorry. Over here is a bunch of stickers and some random pins and a fursuit spray. There's one in the box and one back here that I use to make sure that pillow does not smell like garbage. Book glue I bought because one of my books got destroyed because some dumb asshole at the library decided to bend the shit out of it when I was trying to make copies, so that's nice. We got Luna, and then we got more of these. Oh, these are keychains, I think. I don't have a problem, I promise. I don't have a problem. Here is a Minecraft McDonald's toy from that Minecraft movie. I have and never took out the box. I mean, I did, but I keep it. And then here is my D&D character that I made with my friend, who's going to be the GM of that. And my brother decided to get me the custom figure. I don't remember where I got this custom figure from. I just remember it was from a company that makes them. And over here we have a bunch of the rule books for tabletop games, primarily Cyberpunk and Urban Jungle. And then on top we have dice, bags of dice. Look at that! Whoa, cool. Excuse me. And down here are more comics. I got like Spider-Man, the Fable series. I think I got one that's like Kill or Be Killed, Chew, and just a bunch of other ones. And then Boyfriends, because I am a very sad man, I guess. And then more comics that I just kind of keep off to the side because they're too big, or I just don't have enough space for them. I don't really remember which ones are in here. I know there's like a couple, but the ones I know is like Black Sad and Lackadaisy. And then in front of this are book box sets. Look at that. We got the entire manga series of the Zelda Twilight Princess manga. And then we have the entire series, or book series of, oh my gosh, please get in frame. Hold on. Get in frame! There we go. Of Scott Pilgrim. Look at that. The entirety of that. So that is fun. Also, we have a tiny trash can and laundry basket. Oh, stop and breathe, stop and breathe. That's how you know you're out of shape. Next is my TV area. This is where I keep my big ass TV here. I got for Christmas. But right here, I got my Switch controller, Mario Odyssey, because why not? I guess, I don't know. Excuse me. Some PlayStation gift cards that I have not used yet. And if you're wondering what this is a little screw that goes into the PlayStation if you want it like, you know, upright instead of like sideways. But I don't really do that because the PlayStation 5 is too big. And, you know, I don't know, I just don't have space to do that. An extra headset or headphones, PlayStation charger, and if I can get a frame here, some shows I'm in the middle of watching or about to watch. And we got a copy of Persona 3 Reloaded here because I'm playing that right now. 2 PS5 controllers, and then on the back of the TV, some posters. Whoa, look at that. They're all from the same show / creator. I don't have a problem, I promise. I don't have a problem. And we're on the second layer, my amiibo collection. Look at that. Look at all these amiibos. And then my Switch games, my Pro GameCube controller, as well as these Joy-Con grips. The Switch itself, I'll move that over here a bit. My PlayStation 5 that is out of frame. Please get back in frame, sir. Get back in frame, thank you. My PS5. And then on the final layer, this is a weird one. It's like a mixture of like just art books and like collectibles. So right over here, there's a little girl over here. Hey, girl. Over here, oh gosh. Sorry, I'm just gonna kind of sit right here. My Switch case says not in frame, thank you. A tunic, I think instruction manual, some magazines, And then we have Art of Metal Gear, The World of Cyberpunk, The Encyclopedia of Legend of Zelda, The World of Final Fantasy 15. Oh my gosh, I'm talking too much. The Art of Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. Because I hate how, like, the thing I hate about this book, primarily this one, is that it's kind of stained up because the book is just pure white on the outside, and I don't know why they did that. I get it for, like, you know, a look reason, but also it's kind of a bitch to, like, keep clean, and it's already stained up, so fun times for me. And then we have the Art of Final Fantasy 16. So look at that. And over here we got more of these standees I bought over the years because apparently I have a problem. I mean, I don't have a problem, sorry. I don't have a problem, you do. There's those. This is where I keep my other controllers at for the PlayStation. For some reason, I have these Funko Pops. I don't really like Funko Pops, but I have these. The one in the middle is a Tina one from Bob's Burgers that my brother got me. And it's like a gay Tina for some reason. And in the back is an Invader Zim one that supposedly glows in the dark. We have a Lucario and Nathan Drake Funko Pop, which I might get rid of these in the future. And back here are the Xbox One games when I used to have an Xbox. And I didn't sell these because I just like keeping them. So there you go. And we got a Cloud Strife figure over here. Look at that Cloud Strife. Oh, look at him, so edgy. More of these goddamn standees are just everywhere. I might, you know, maybe I have a problem. Maybe I do. But if I just keep saying I don't, then, you know, I'm not the problem. And here we got some books. Some of them are just about art. Others are just actual books. And then right here is an original PlayStation 1 copy of Final Fantasy 7. And a tiny little Cloud Strife. Oh, look at him. So yeah, that is the TV area. I had to get a cup of water because my throat was giving out from talking so much. Anyway, moving on over to this side. Here's the doorway that leads to the outside. That's pretty cool. A mirror. So look at that. Say hello to yourself. Alright, you saying hello? You better be. A poster of Final Fantasy 7, an autographed photo from the chick that did Penny Parker from Into the Spider-Verse. And here we got the game shelf. Yeah, look at that. Or the game/movies. This top layer is where I just keep a bunch of like collector's editions of games I bought and like pre-order bonuses. So like this Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. A pre-order bonus I got from GameStop because they gave out, I guess, trucker hats. Because I guess people who play Final Fantasy love the trucking life. Maybe they do, I don't know. And in the back, I got Bayonetta, the collector's edition. Or Bayonetta 3, the collector's edition, actually. You can't really see it because it's too dark, but this is Bayonetta 3. Then I got a collector's edition of Persona 3 Reloaded. With this little pre-order bonus that has a little keychain. Let's see if I can show you guys. Oh god, this, I hate how frame this thing gets. Get in frame! Damn you! There we go. So there you go, little keychain there. And I just keep them inside this, oh gosh, this whole thing. And the Iga statue that came with the collector's edition. And the Sly Cooper plushie that I got from the same website of the Tunic over there. Why'd I get Sly Cooper? Because Sly Cooper's one of my favorite series. And PlayStation, will you please make a new game of Sly Cooper, damn you? Over here we got Impa from Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom, I think she's in. I don't actually remember if she's in Tears of the Kingdom. I don't think she is. Got Joker statue, look how cool he is. Look how cool he is. This is where I keep a bunch of the PlayStation games at, because, you know, this is where I keep them. Some other pre-order stuff I got over the years, and some pins, like this Gur one. What's this one? It's a Gur. Look how sad. how sad he is. Cross. I'm not religious, but it was a gift from my dad. Also got like a Witcher medallion and a Cyberpunk pre-order bonus. That's just a necklace. And some other pre-order bonuses I got. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. That I got separately from different stores, or I got when I got the game. So like the Spider-Man 2 one. And this like Final Fantasy 16 pre-order bonus that I bought separately a while back. It's like a little patch. And then this FF7 pre-order bonus I also bought separately because I think like a game shop I went to, we're just handing these out. I think this is I'll get in focus here, please. There we go. This is I think Shinra ID key card. I can't get out right now, so it's just gonna stay in there. Moving on, I got a bunch of movies that I watch. Kinda. But I got a pretty good collection of these. Some are from DVD form, and the majority of them are like Blu-rays. So there you go. And then at the bottom, I got a bunch of DVD box sets of shows that I watch. So like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Breaking Bad, Hell on Wheels, the entire Dragon Ball Z saga, an Indiana Jones one, which I might just get rid of or sell. And then a bunch of wrestling, because I like wrestling. And then look at this stuff. Oh, look at this. Got a bunch of figurines here. I got a Goku and Vegeta one. I got like the chick from Kill la Kill, I think is what it's called. Spider-Man and Wolverine. And Ash Williams from the Evil Dead series. Okay, if I can get in frame, that would be nice. There you go. So there you go. That is my little shelf. And then finally, we go into the closet. Whoa, so this is where I keep majority of my stuff here. I guess I had some clothes on this side. Some clothes on that side. This table that I use to display a bunch of Legos and stuff. And I have not cleaned this closet or organized it at all because I just haven't felt like it. So I keep a bunch of Legos that are still in boxes. Not that I want them to be, but I just haven't had the space to build them and display them properly because I got so many. So I need to go through these. Some games I'll probably sell off to the side eventually, or maybe keep them. What is this? A little tape measure thing. And badges I got over the years. Or I guess passes is what you call them. From conventions I went to. Some airsoft spray. And framed autographs I got. Or autographs that I framed, I should say. From a bunch of actors and wrestlers. So there you go. A bunch of miscellaneous stuff down here, like you see a Kenny Omega figure in the back, like Keanu Reeves, Johnny Silverhand still in his box, a bunch of other movies, a PS3 console that I haven't set up. I tested it already. It works. It's just I haven't set it up, and a bunch of air sprays. Now, before you be alarmed. No, I did not huff these or anything or do anything with them. The reason why I have so many is because I have a very dusty room and I need a lot to help dust off like my technology basically. So I just buy a crap ton of them and keep them in storage until I need them. That way I'm not buying new ones every day, so I just kind of hoard them as time goes on. So yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know. There's a bunch of miscellaneous stuff up here, like pens and Magic cards for some reason. I really don't play Magic. Books, miscellaneous stuff that I need to go through. A hat, and whatever this is. I don't really know why I have this. I just do. Here's the ginormous fan that I use to help Mr. Pillow dry after I wash him. And this is where I keep Mr. Pillow at. He's inside there. And then a bunch of wrestling figures that I just have and never bother to either sell or display them. So they kind of sit in this ginormous pink. Gosh, get in focus. Thank you. Gosh. Ugh. That's what happens when you record off an iPad. But there's a bunch of figures in there. Umbrella. And an eye patch that I wear when I'm playing as the Godfather character. I might need a new one because this one's already kind of worn down. There's a little, for some reason, a Lego like Hufflepuff thing I might get rid of because I really don't care about Harry Potter anymore. And down here are more miscellaneous stuff, like this little thing full of like chargers and like, you know, loose games I just don't really keep track of. A book bag I just have randomly. A little sword holster for those two swords over there. Some costumes, or cosplay outfits, I should say. A Lego Dungeons and Dragons set that I have not put together yet. And then behind it is a Lego Legend of Zelda Duca Tree 2-in-1 set that, again, I have not yet put together because, you know, where am I going to put it? This one I'm definitely keeping, though. So there you go. Then we got... Oh, there we go. Then we got a bunch of wrestling figures. Oh my gosh. Can you get in focus, please? Like, I don't know why you're being this difficult. Gosh, like, what the heck? Okay, there we go. But... yeah, a bunch of wrestling figures I have over the years. These are like the Ultimate Edition versions of these, which you really can't see, but there's a bunch of them. Again, just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff that I have to go through, that I've got over the years. I need to actually go through these. It's kind of cramped, but some more collectibles and figures that I need to go through. In this closet. So yeah, the one nice thing about this room is the closet space, because it is pretty big. So look at that, all that stuff I need to go through. So that's the closet. And then finally, I'll show you where I used to sleep, which is, I used to sleep in here. So yeah, this was my room for the longest time. Ever since my brother moved out, it's kind of just been like a storage room with a ginormous Amazon box full of like stuff that we need to go through. This little area right here is some of my stuff. So like I got a big, I think it's supposed to be like a play set for a wrestling ring, if I remember. Some silverware, cutting board, some combers, and a suitcase, which I'll explain what this is later, but kind of giving you guys an idea of what, like how I slept. So my bed used to be right here. I only have one shelf, just one. Used to go right here. And over here, excuse me, is where I used to keep the TV. And I didn't have a computer desk because this room was too small. So I had to like basically just combine the computer and TV area into one space, which was not fun. And this is where I used to keep my dresser at. And man, it was not fun to do because there was an outlet here the whole time. And then this used to be my old closet. Which, let me show you what that space was like. Yeah, so it was not really big. Like literally, this is the most smallest closet ever. Like this is where I had to keep majority of my stuff at. And trying to do that was not easy. Like I had to cram so much stuff in here. So yeah, that is the room tour. Look at that. So there you go. So now you saw where I used to sleep versus where I sleep and spend my days at now. Look at it. Look how cool it looks. Is this not cool? I think this is pretty cool. Okay, I recorded and tried to re-record this outro so many times. I can never find the right take, so hopefully this one will be good. If you guys remember, in the beginning of this room tour, I have said that I have a huge announcement to make, and it goes along with this. The announcement is part of the reason why I'm doing this room tour, and that's because I am moving out. Get a sip of that Mountain Dew. Oh, but yes, I am moving out of my dad's place and we'll be moving into a new home. I'm not going to get into details, obviously. It's just kind of already personal and I don't really like to talk about it, but I figured now's a good time to do this. And the reason why I'm doing this room tour is because of this YouTuber who is like on the screen right now. I think his name is Seamus. Let's see if I can pull up his channel name. But yeah, this guy right here, Seamus. I know my controller's low on battery, but I kind of was like just watching some old YouTubers I used to watch back when I was young, like really young, and I recently rewatched Seamus. I don't know how you say his actual name, but he used to play with the creatures like Nova and Immortal and all them, and he did like a room tour and a new house tour, and you know, it just got me thinking about like doing this because I don't know. I think it's just kind of more of a progress type of deal, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not making much sense. I realize I'm kind of just going off what's on top of my head right now, but I think another reason why is because there's a lot of people who are scared to move out, or like is just uncomfortable with the idea of moving out, or they're in the progress of moving out, whether that's into a house or an apartment, whatever. And it's a very scary feeling. You're unsure. You're going into a new water. You're like a fish in the sea type of deal, or fish out of water type of deal. And it's scary. So I wanted to make this kind of as a way to ease people, I guess, to help people, you know, ease their anxiety, I think. I'm not sure if that's the correct way to say it, but I kind of want to make this into a little series where I show you guys the room and then keep you guys updated on the moving. Obviously within reason. I'm not going to show you the house or show you the address or anything like that. I'll probably mainly show you the insides of the house to kind of show you how things will progress along and stuff like that. So like I'll just show you like snippets of, you know, maybe some rooms and like a tiny little tour around the place, you know. And again, the reason why I'm doing this is because it's kind of, I guess, like help people help people kind of ease into the idea of moving out, or kind of help them know that they're not alone when they're moving out, which is a scary thing. So yeah, that's one of the reasons. Now, on to the other big update. The reason why I got the suitcase, it's not because I'm moving out, I mean it's part of it, but because in June I am going to a convention, and this will be in Columbus, known as AnimateCon Columbus of 2025. I'll be there throughout the whole 3 days. I'll be there for the whole 3 days, and I'll most likely be wearing Pillow. So if you want to come say hi or take a picture, and you're not like creepy or trying to be those like, you know, how many genders are there type of people and act like a dick, then feel free to say hello. Obviously, just make sure you shower and wear deodorant, because I don't want you stinky people coming up to me when I'm in fursuits. And yeah, just come say hi. That's really all I can say. So there you go. That is the reason why I did this room tour. So there you go. But anyway, till next time, guys. This has been PillowMerlin the White Wolf. And I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.